of recognizing that, that so-called glass ceiling always existed in finance. And it wasn't really my goal to feel like I need to break through those ceilings necessarily. And I'll give you a specific example, right? So in one of my business trips when I went to India, and this is probably about 10 years or so ago, India is in the business world, it's pretty male dominated as well, and even more so than you might see in America, for example. And I went to this business meeting and I was there with, the C-suite, the CEO, the chief operating officer, whatever, all, the senior people. They're all men, men in suits. And there's me with the rest of the team, who also happen to be men. It was fascinating. The entire meeting, I don't know how long it lasted, a couple hours or so, they wouldn't even look at me and they wouldn't even speak to me because I was a woman. And so in that instance, I just recognized that I was there to get business done, and it wasn't a platform for me to, feel righteous to say, why are you ignoring me? I said, okay, that's fine. Like, this is how it's going to work. I still have questions. I would still like to have them answered, and they're clearly just not going to respond to me. So I just passed all of my questions to, the analyst who was more junior than me. And I said, I don't care. This isn't about like my ego. It was like, how am I going to get the answers? I need to get the business done. So I just passed over, my questions to, my male counterpart and, had him ask the questions, and then they were answered, right? So it was a little bit of just sort of, maneuvering with the situation. Did I find it agreeable? Not necessarily. At the end of the day, though, it was really about, okay, well, what was I going to gain out of causing a scene about them not responding to me? It wasn't going to change anything. So, I had to work around it. And in the same time, it was very eye-opening, right? I was like, wow, like they weren't even going to make eye contact, and the women that they did bring were basically the ones that were serving tea and cookies, right? So, it was a very clear divide of like what roles, the genders were supposed to be playing, at least in the, the normative binary sense of male versus female.